We've probably all been making a song before and realized that one of our drums just wasn't going to fit and we needed to make a change, but we had already built out like a whole song. So I wanted to show you two really easy ways to solve that within Ableton. And the first one you might have seen already, but the second is something that took me pretty long to figure out and just start to utilize it in general. For example, we have this clap channel. We're just going to put in a clap here. The one that I said that you might know already is just that you can click on this. I gotta move my face out of the way. We're going over here today. All right. So what you would do is you would right click on this and you would hit manage sample in manage sample file. And then you can just hit this replace button, find another clap, double click it, and all the claps will have switched to the new one. Okay. So that's a really super simple, easy way to switch out samples here and there. But what if you're in the creation phase and you want to be testing out a bunch of hi-hats or a bunch of claps all at once? So I have this loop here, and if we go to my hi-hat track, you notice this here. So this is a track selector, and what it does is you can load up a bunch of hi-hats and they'll all have their own value on this bar or on the macro knob, so you can pick one as you're creating. So when you're starting a song, this could make everything way more efficient, because I have this set up on the clap already as I work on this template. And then my kick drums, I don't think I'm going to do it for the kick. I think I'm going to change my template to be an audio kick and work from there. So now if we want to set one of these up, what you'll need to do is open up a new MIDI track, and we're going to get something called an instrument rack. You can double click that, load that in there. Now what you can do is go to your favorite sample pack or just type in the samples that you're looking for. Like you can type in open hat and rank everything from top down. You know what, we'll go into Deceiver Volume 5, closed hats. We can just highlight all of these. Shift click will grab them all, and then you can just drag them all here. Now if you open up by hitting these little 3 bars on the left side here, all the samples will show up. And as long as we put something on C3, now everything's playing at once. That's the problem. Okay, so what you got to do is go to this chain list. Instead of hide, you hit chain, and then scroll down to the bottom. You can hit, or I guess you can hit Control A to select all of them. And what you're going to do is grab the edge of this blue line that shows up. Now right click, distribute ranges equally, and then there's this blue little tab at the top here. Right click that and hit select to macro 1. Now we got our chain selector. One thing you should make sure of, if you're getting a bunch of different sounds from different places, say Splice or different sample packs, Loop Cloud, you want to make note of how loud the samples are. So if you look here, all these samples are pitched to 0, I believe. So they'll be, if they all come from the same pack, they'll usually be all roughly the same size or have the same peak, so it's not going to be that much of a volume difference. It's just something to be aware of. If that's something you want to solve on your own, what you can do is load up the samples, but they would all have to be in their own separate tracks. And then when you'd render it, you would go normalize, so they would get rendered and then be at 0 decibels. Other than that, I hope you learned something, because this makes everything so much faster. So if you have any other questions, let me know.